The year is 2006, all the way back in episode 55 of Bleach's Soul Society arc. Fans were teased with a fight that ultimately didn't happen. Former longest standing head captain Genryūsai Yamamoto against his most cherished students whom he viewed as his own sons, Joshiro Ukitake, captain of the 13th Division, and Shunsui Kyōraku, formerly captain of the 8th Division. Almost 20 years later, fans of Bleach have come to understand the theme of the greatest fight that Tite Kubo has never made happen. I feel I need to make this clear. Head Captain Yamamoto would have 1000% beat the brakes off of Shunsui and Joshiro concurrently. Now that the power scalers are in the comment section writing about how Kyōraku and Ukitake are actually 4D level, I'll emphasize that this early showdown between students and master played a bigger role in the characterization of the two head captains we come to love, and more importantly, the future direction of the Soul Society. Quick flashback. Rukia Kuchiki, a Soul Reaper, is about to be wrongfully executed in the Soul Society by the Sokyoku. The Sokyoku is a large flaming naginata with a power of over 1 million zanpakuto that is only used to punish the most severe of Soul Reaper criminals. At that time, most captains for the most part was indifferent about Rukia's capital punishment. The sentiment overall being that their hands are tied, that justice has to be carried out whether they like it or not. However, the only two captains who recognized her wrongful imprisonment were the same two who were willing to actually do something about it. Alongside our main character, with the help of Joshiro Ukitake and Shunsui Kyōraku, the three are able to destroy the Sokyoku, resulting in the temporary freedom of Rukia. Alas, a fight ensues. The captains who wish to carry out the original punishment for Rukia, Captains Soifan, Byakuya, and Yamamoto, versus those who dare to go against the orders, and Captain Shunsui, Jushiro, Ichigo, and former Captain Yorichi. Traditionalism versus progressivism. It all makes sense. The characters of Soifan, Byakuya, and Old Man Yama each fall in line with traditional Japanese customs and mannerisms. Very uptight, rules are rules, formal people. The aforementioned four are the complete opposites. Carefree, willing to go against the norm, and super informal. One thing that all the informals have in common is that they each receive their desired outcome. Our main character, the baddest Gyaldem, and two captains successfully freed Rukia and won their matchups, with the exception the fight we didn't see fully occur. Huge time skip. The 1,000-Year Blood War shows us the fight between the head commander of the Gotei 13 versus the fake Quincy King Yūhabaha. Genryūsai ends up dominating and beating Yūhabaha's impersonator, after which the real Yuha shows up, brutally snuffing the head commander's flame. The Quincy King gives Yama his final parting words. Why do you think I didn't include you in the list of the 5 notable war threats? Why did you not heal your left arm? The Quincy King goes on to imply that all Yamamoto had to do was request that Orihime, a human, restores Yama's arm in order to make him full-powered enough to be considered a war threat that could foil the plan of the Quincy. But he didn't. Even in fake Karakura Town, he hesitated to get anybody that wasn't a Soul Reaper involved, and nearly lost to Sosuke Aizen because of it. When Shunsui later becomes head commander of the Gotei 13, the first unconventional thing he does is allow Captain Retsu Unohana to give her life to make Kenpachi the strongest threat in all of the Soul Society. After that, Kyōraku visits the underground prison to free the most dangerous Soul Reaper in the last millennium, Sosuke Aizen. Finally, in Kyōraku's fight against the Schutzstaffel's leader Lelebaru, Shunsui ends up throwing everything and the kitchen sink at the royal guard, with even his bankai failing to kill the king's messenger. Shunsui's zanpakuto, which is an expression of his soul, contemplates running away from the immortal opponent to give them a fighting chance later. Instead, Shunsui stays and allows his lieutenant Nanao Ise to defeat Lelebaru by relocating him. Yamamoto's old and strict way of thinking didn't allow him any wiggle room to defeat overwhelming opponents or outsmart them. He was stated to be the most feared, merciless, and strongest Soul Reaper in existence, besides Squad Zero. And that's essentially how he dealt with threats. A clash of might. There's a sense of ego and pride that comes with that doesn't allow for any outside assistance. Surely, if he had dropped his ego and requested Orehime's restoration power, he might have bested Yūhaba. Shunsui, on the other hand, is the reason the Soul Society continues to live another day, as his recruitment of Sosuke Aizen alone gives them the power of an additional, and no understatement, every captain in the Soul Society combined. One of the first things Aizen does while freed is to obliterate the Soul King's remnants with his Reiatsu, and in turn save the Soul Society in that act alone. When being grilled by his subordinates, Shunsui tells all those who oppose Aizen's assistance, "You can't protect the world with pride. I deemed his power necessary, and only after defending the Soul Society can you all judge me then." Shunsui, as the head commander, even visits Ichigo's friends in the world of the living to personally extend them passage into the Soul Society as a message of gratitude for Ichigo's future absence, a gesture that should be far below the leader of the Gotei 13. In the end, those with traditionalist spirits are strong combatants who over-rely on their brute strength and speed, almost to the point of arrogance. To that, we've also seen what happens when they run into an opponent who is stronger than they are. They either adapt or die. It's often the progressive spirits who are the ones willing to make unfitting alliances, think outside the box, and make sacrifices in order to protect what they cherish the most. Although we didn't get the fight of father versus son, I'd argue we got something better.